Hello. I thought maybe we'd talk a little bit about flu. It is flu season. A lot of people are getting the flu. We have in our society today a deficiency, a vitamin deficiency that gives us a greater susceptibility to flu. A lot of people feel like we have a tremendous amount of people getting sick, but because people are afraid, it's been exaggerated because if someone's coughing, they have flu. And a lot of times they don't want anybody to come to work or go to school unless they're not having any problems, and that's attributed to the flu. And it kind of gives the symptoms that flu is a little worse than it is last year. Last year wasn't bad at all. Now, we have become a society of cave dwellers. And in order to talk about flu, we have to talk about vitamin D. Vitamin D is a very, very important vitamin. In fact, a deficiency of vitamin D will give us greater susceptibility for those type of viruses. Vitamin D is made in our body by sunshine and cholesterol. Cholesterol comes to the skin in the little tiny capillaries, and sunshine hits it, turns it into vitamin D. We live in caves. We go to our offices. We're under fluorescent lights where we don't have very few windows. We're not out very much. And a lot of times people think, well, because we're all in the same office and people are coughing, flu is exchanged a little bit more. Well, that may be true, but it's also a deficiency of vitamin D. So if an individual will take 2 doses, 1 dose of 1,000 units of vitamin D per pound of body weight. If you weigh 200 pounds, that's 200,000 units. You take it 1 dose. Then the next day you take this same dose. And you're pretty much on your way to recovery. Now there are other herbal formulas that we use. This particular flu this year attacks the lungs and also the kidneys. And the biggest concern people have, and the people that are having problems, are from dehydration. Now dehydration is difficult to treat because the individual, they just think they're drowning in water. So I would suggest using tea honey. Makes the water more absorbent to the body, or water that has a little bit of juice, natural juice like a lemon or a lime or orange juice just squeezed into it. Doesn't need to be a lot. Then the body uptakes it. Now in children it's very critical that you keep them hydrated. And if they still have a little soft spot in their head, and some of us older people have soft spots too, but it's different. If the little kid's soft spot is concave, they're not drinking enough fluid, so you need to plump that soft spot back up so it's level. If it's really sunken in, it's a symptom of dehydration. There's many ways to rehydrate the body. You can juice watermelon, cantaloupe, grapes, those kind of things, fruits, and drink them fresh. Cooked juices don't work nearly as well, or processed. But if that's what you have, use it. Now, there's also another herbal formula that really makes a difference. Fection is awesome. Our herbal formula called Fection. It fights those little critters that are floating around in our bloodstream and giving us a hard time. And then, of course, if there are some urinary tract issues, and I've seen children come in and they can hardly control their urinary function, and Bladney and Fection together are very helpful there. And then, of course, lungs, you're looking at our herbal formula called Hayaz. Body aches and pains, then also Throbbys. So those few little things will help you get through the flu season. Don't panic, just act responsible. Yes, if you're sick, don't go out and about. But don't think just because someone coughed that you're going to grab the flu. And go out and get a little more sunshine. It's kind of interesting. In Europe, they used to wheel all the patients out of the hospital, put them out and sun them. They did that for a reason. In fact, vitamin D is one of the biggest deficiencies we have in America today. It's the first vitamin that the government mandated that it be put in the food supply. So if there's anything we can do, don't hesitate to give us an email. Thank you.